Hello, Mr. Tenkey, number 638. Dear management, product mix is obviously important to you and your bottom line. Why? Because that's where all the dollars come in. But more importantly, it should be just as important to your recruiters. And unfortunately, that doesn't always happen. Many, I'll tone it down. Some of them use the old methodology to obtain those potential loan officers to bring into your company. Here, I'll demonstrate. Here's their methodology. They take a mirror, okay, simple mirror, and they hold it under the nose of a potential loan officer. And if it fogs the mirror, yes, because that's another loan officer that they can put on their recruitment pipeline and then send off to you to review because they did a great job bringing somebody in the door, okay? Unfortunately, then you have these people coming in the door, these loan officers, with all this wide variety of product mixes that there's as their ongoing production that they bring in the door. And it's not always great. And especially depending on the pay structure. So I gave some examples, and again, I'm going to remove reverse, I'm going to remove brokered, and those kind of things. I'm trying to keep this simple because those can have some different pay structures, but I'm just going to go for the bulk of the majority of your pay. And I tried to just come up with jumbo bond, 100%, 50%, 50% of different product mixes. Again, I can't come up with every example, but under a simple pay structure, and generally that's a tier structure, and generally it's kind of thrown out to the masses of loan officers, not a lot of variation. So if you're doing that, then product mix even is more important than anything, because if you're kind of always, when those pay structures are set up, they're usually set up with that gold star kind of loan officer in mind, and not thinking about the bonds and the jumbos and where's your cap on that, and conventional versus FHA. So, because as we all know, gold star is always 100% FHA. Well, not always, but for the majority, that's where the bulk of margin product is. It's kind of one of the best ones always. Conventional and a conventional FHA mix. Those are your gold star standards. Jumbo, and you can make loan money off the other ones, but it's harder with the standard pay structure. And bond, unless you're in Idaho where they make somewhat of a good margin, Washington, some of the other ones are out there just my local market, not great. But if you do a different kind of pay structure, and you actually forward think based on history and usually history does tell the story of the future, you can pay them accordingly. And all this falls under LO rules because you just pay them a standard rate based on their history of production, and then you just evaluate it quarterly, semi-annually, etc. But then it doesn't matter which product mix they come in, because even if they're 100% bond, you pay them accordingly. And and if they balk, then it's like, well, then don't do 100% bonds if you want to get paid more. Think of it this way. Somebody selling Payless volume shoes, I don't even know, are those around anymore? And somebody selling Gucci is going to make different commission because you're making more money. It's simple sales, I think. But anyways, a couple of things to think about, and a couple ideas, and my couple pennies. So have a good holiday. It's probably be my last videos for Christmas. Take care.